ego is at play not only when you refuse help out of pride, but also from believing you don't deserve it, for both are rooted in your stubborn sense of reality. Quote by me, bitch, Max Alvarado. Oh, yeah, you know I cook with that shit. I know I cook with that shit. Ah, hell yeah. Gotta pat yourself on the back for accomplishments, even if they are small. It took me about 10 minutes to put that quote into words because, wow, I'm thinking of making this video. I had it in my head, but I needed a way to rizify it, to create riz through that aura. And if you're a philosopher or a psychologist that says, no, that quote is stupid, that doesn't make sense, fuck you, let me have this. Go fuck yourself. I'm not accepting negativity on this one. There's no feedback on this one. I am letting myself have this. No criticisms, silence. But anyways, if you don't understand what that quote means, I am essentially telling you to listen to your own advice. And yes, I know that has struck a nerve with so many of you guys, because it is something that so many of us don't do. Listening to our own advice. I know, it sucks. It sucks. Because, yes, giving out advice, you feel a sense of fulfillment. Like, yes, I'm helping out. I'm doing the Lord's work. Oh, hallelujah. Bismillah. Oh. Hopefully I use fuck. You know, I've learned a good amount of Arabic sayings, but not to a professional degree because I have Arabic friends and they taught me these things, but sometimes I mix them and they're like, what the fuck do you mean when you said that? I was like, oh, it's a learning process. I know Spanish, I know English. I like learning phrases in other languages because it's my tism. But if I say it wrong or use it in a bad way, people think I'm racist. I swear I'm not, please. But anyways, what the fuck is that? We'll wait for it to pass, my friends. Wait, I'm curious now, 1 sec. Oh, interesting. Very interesting, very interesting. So it was a bulldozer going through canal aqueduct. So confused, but anyways, that was cool. I don't know if I'll leave that part of the video, but anyways, getting back to the video. Why I am saying this, why I'm telling you to listen to your own advice, and I'm going to tell you. I will relate this to my last video, which is called You Are Enough. Oh yeah, I cook with that shit too. And it's about giving people a chance to breathe and know that you are not alone. Because in this neoliberal capitalist world, it focuses so much on individuality and individual freedoms when it completely erases the ease of being able to build community. There's so many things now, especially with the wealth gap between, the Epstein billionaire class and the rest of us motherfuckers. Everything costs money, and it's to the point where like, oh, I want to go get some drinks with some friends. It's gonna cost you $20. The cost of a movie ticket. 1 hour for this much of a drink that's mostly ice. Hell no. Hell no. Fuck no. At that point I make my own shit. And that's why so many people buy beers at these social events at bars, because it's a way to fit in, to have something in your hand, to belong. But also it's not gonna break your fucking bank, at least not right now. We'll see how the price of a beer changes. But anyways, what I want to say, it's important to take your own advice. especially when the situation that you're giving advice to happens to you, because it feels very good to give advice, and it gives you the sense that you're doing the Lord's. Am I doing deja vu? Did I already say this? Fuck. Okay, anyways, to avoid that, making a buffoon of myself. Yes, that is happening to me right now. The advice I gave for what happens in a bad day, I had a very bad day. And what may it be, you ask? Well, basically, this whole situation is that I am being forced out of my home. By the end of the month, I have to find a new place or I'm fucked. And it happened because, again, fucking landlords. If you're a landlord that doesn't even do the minimum, go fuck yourself. Like, you're a pestilence. Screwing other people's necessities for your own exploitation for money. Fuck yourself. But anyways, so my landlord has basically not been fixing jack shit for many years and has been pressuring my master leaseholder, who at first wanted to buy the property but went to renting it because the landlord kept saying, oh, don't worry, we'll fix it after you buy it. And he said, I need to fix right now. And so that has been going on and on and on, to the point where now my master leaseholder is suing the guy for negligence and also for not paying him back for the thousands of dollars of temporary restorations you had to do on the place. Like, our ceiling was falling apart because of a cooling leak. But anyways, the city got involved. It's a huge thing now, and now we're being kicked out because the landlord canceled the lease, and in order to rehaul the whole place, like tear it down and fix the pipes and whatnot. And we're being kicked out, all of my roommates and I. And the crazy thing is that I haven't been able to find a job in about a year and change, because I guess I figured out that I'm a filmmaker, I'm an actor, and I have so many skill sets. Like, at first I tried to be a sound engineer, voice director at a voiceover recording studio. I have retail experience. I have fast food experience. I have tutor experience, like all that stuff. I have so much experience. And yet, it's to the point where even people with more experience than me, with like, I also have a bachelor's degree, by the way, but people with masters and doctor's degrees and whatnot, they can't even get a job at fucking McDonald's or In-N-Out. It's fucking stupid, dude. This country's a fifth world country with a Gucci belt, and not under the threat of I guess war, because it's the one thing we actually care about, because we're imperialistic fucks. But anyways, so frustrating because I was excited because I finally got a job, and it was a flexible one that would work with my film and acting career. And I am guessing, I know a lot of jobs probably rejected me because of acting and whatnot, but I was so excited to start, to be able to be financially stable, and then this bullshit happens. My world is suddenly under threat of starting from ground zero. It may not be hitting you because it's hard to put a year's and change worth of experiences into those words. I have gone through so much pain politically, being politically active and educated on what's going on. My people are being put in concentration camps. romantic situations that, because of financial stability didn't work out. It's a lot of bullshit. And now this. And it's crazy that I'm not even the worst situation that's happening right now in the United States, even in the world. Like, it fucking sucks to think that there are people going through a million times worse, like people in Palestine and the Congo and all that. Fucking capitalism, man. I hate it. But anyways, I am having a bad day. Earlier in the day when I found out about it, I was very emotional. It's a hard thing to know that if you're not able to find a fix, so much you've worked for is gone. It is very humiliating. Like, trying to find a job, a menial job itself right now is a humiliation ritual, because so many people, like my generation, is the most educated. And yet we're fucked because the boomers and all the other generations lied about what the fuck our world is and are not willing to fix it because they're selfish pricks. God fucking damn it. Old ass crackers. God damn. So anyways. And guess what? You know what I have to do? Listen to my own advice. And guess what? Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's a thing so many of us suck at. Guess what? I suck at it. I suck at taking my own advice. It's a terrible thing. Yeah, it's a bad habit. I don't listen to my own advice, and it sucks because every time I feel like it's a different case. Not because I feel like, accepting help is weakness. I am on the opposite side, where a lot of times I compare myself to others in my experience, especially in this unstable financial place, and I see other people, go on vacations, do like all that stuff, and I know it's only like the highlights, but still it gets to you, especially knowing your own situation, living with it 24/7. Like, I've had problems with self confidence. It's tough. It's been since it's a thing I've been going through childhood, like seeing other people bully others or being negative or being mean to each other. I'm like, well, the way I was raised in I just start healthy, emotionally healthy. I was so confused in why people could be so cruel, and eventually that got to me and just led to a sense of I am lesser than other people. And yes, I've made a lot of progress in that, but still it is, and your inner child is something very hard to fix, and it comes through a lot of healing. We all have our journeys. Like, there are people on the opposite side that can seem very strong up front, but it's just countless walls to protect that same child that feels so unsafe of everything that it blocks everything out. And it's important to remember that, and I tell myself this a lot, that I am just like everyone else. And there are struggles, so many struggles that I don't see other people go through. Constantly. There are people that have it much worse than me and have states of souls that are worse than me. And I shouldn't judge them for it, just like I shouldn't judge myself for my situation. And going to why you should listen to your own advice. It's advice for a reason. You give it for a reason, unless it's the most terrible shit like those, the teenage dudes or middle school guys that give woman advice or girl advice to their friends down on their luck, they just say, you just gotta be nonchalant, bro. Like, you just gotta be Sigma. Don't be emotionally there. If you show weakness, they won't like that. They like strength. You should abuse them. Show signs of... I can't. Oh my god, bro. Like, the people that actually think Andrew Tate is romantically successful, like, yeah, sure, he manipulates women to having sex with them, but he's never had a loving relationship. I can tell you that. Oh my god, it's yeah, that is a perfect example of bad advice. And also, I'm gonna be fair, also on the woman advice. When woman advice to men is like, oh, men suck, or they're all fucking evil, or I do have to say that as you should. That's not a good thing. And let me tell you why. I'll stay short on this because I think it's actually misogynistic to do that, because in back then, in terrible fucking ways, where women were seen as trophies or validations of a man's existence, they would be treated like a trophy. And what do you do to a trophy? You wipe it down, you clean it, and so, like, that would be in terms of, like, paying for their meals, like, doing all these favors and all that. And men would expect the woman to be like, okay, but know your place for me doing this. And now, at least, we're trying to, like, I believe, like, that sorry, I keep smacking my microphone, that we're both equal. And so, when you say as you should, you try to maintain, you try to have your cake and eat it too, where we're both individuals and we're the same worth of each other. A man is not worth more or less than a man, or a woman is not worth less or more than a man. It's equal. And imagine that a person comes in and then just takes your money, or like takes your car and whatnot, because like, oh, you owe it to me. No, when we're both equal, we don't owe anything to each other. And if we do things like favors or acts of kindness, it is due to our own goodwill. So when you say as you should, you're basically telling my acts of kindness are owed to you just because. See, that's the other side. The man side, Andrew Tate, of course, it's worse because it's systematic as well. But also, the as you should, no, that's toxic, buddy. If I'm doing something kind, yeah, it's accepted. Doesn't mean you have to owe me anything, but doesn't mean you should be malignant and be like, yeah, you should have done that. Yeah, it's expected of you. We're both equal now. At least we're trying to. But anyways, another tangent. Going back to the video. Yeah. Oh my god, that was a big tangent. But anyways, unless it's terrible stuff like that, it's advice for a reason. Being too hard on yourself is bad. It leads to a self-created hole, or a deeper hole than your situation could be. Like, for example, if I gave in to doomerism and negativity, in this situation, I would be things like, I can't do anything about this, I'm fucked, I have to move out, I have to lose my job, I'll go back with my parents. And when there are many options that you don't know that could lead to even better stuff, being better situations of the future than the one you have now. It's what I like to say, or relating this back to ego, the quote I said in the beginning. Ego is a stubbornness in your mind, not being able to change, or not accepting criticism or whatever, evolution or whatnot. And it's like, if you stick to it, you're only able to see the door you want to see, or the select few doors you want to see. And if those doors close, you just accept defeat. When in actuality, there are hundreds of doors around you, and many of them could be open. But you just have to switch to just get rid of your ego and be able to have the courage to look around at the other doors. Like I said, the other doors, yeah, could be better than the ones you think at the moment are the best. And you could lead yourself to a much better future. And of course, there are doors that could be worse than the situation you have now, like for example, being homeless. Like no one fucking wants that. You shouldn't go into those, but it's important to have that positive mindset. Was like, no, I will get through this, and I will work through it, and I will aim high. The work I put in, I will be in a better situation than I am now. It's important to get out of your head, because if we dip into that negativity, that's what we'll bring, because it's what we are looking for, and so it will be. You deny yourself that possibility of a better future, to be quite frank. And for advice, yeah, your own advice, take it. Even if it's just small things, like if you're having a bad day or having a breakup, things like that, go get yourself some ice cream. Go buy a muffin. Go game with your friends. Tell all your friends, even the ones you like, because every single one of them will give you a comfort and advice that are unique to one another, and you'll be able to compare those and choose what's best for yourself. And also, each time someone tells you and comforts you, you'll know more and more that you're not alone. And it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. Like when I talk to my roommates, because I knew they were going through the same thing, so I made a meeting and said, let's talk through this. Like, we're all sharing the same pain, and as we all gave our opinions and our stories and whatnot, it was so comforting. It was so comforting. And yes, that doesn't remove the situation. I must change and work for it. It's so beautiful. Humanity coming together. It's so beautiful. That is why I want to switch to socialism and eventually, hopefully, communism, because again, socialism, communism, focusing on humanity and each other instead of capitalism. Capital where that matters. The system focuses and only protects property and capital because it is worth money. That is why you would see forest fires. The firefighters are told by owners of land to protect their stuff first, even if it's monogamous or like not nature, because it's what they own, and because nature is not worth anything, not really, compared to the properties they let it burn. It sucks. It fucking sucks. But anyways, going back to advice. A thing, like I said in the beginning of the video when I was cheering myself on for this quote, it is so important to celebrate every small victory you have. Every small victory. And no, I'm not saying to get to, be immersed in it, like, oh, that defines me now. I'm the shit. Now I get to treat everyone else shittily. No, it's simply just accepting your victories and embracing your victories. Like, for example, that quote may seem small, but I am celebrating my work of intellectualism. And why it's important to celebrate the small victories, because when our defeats happen, we often take that to heart. We take it to heart. We use those things to validate or invalidate our existences. Like, for example, people that think soccer defines their existence, or how well you can cook a dish, or like if you get cut in MasterChef or something, you think you're the worst piece of shit ever. That's worthless, and it doesn't make sense. If you don't validate your victories and take it to heart, to help yourself, then why do you take these defeats and do take it to heart? It's an embracing of negativity. Again, it's because of the system, how we were raised to want to be the very best at the cost of everything, but not excel. Like, again, it is about the destination, but it also is about the journey and loving the journey, because that's 99% of it. Victory is only a moment when the journey is 99% of it. And to those who say, well, Max, you don't understand, soccer means so much to me, MasterChef means so much to me, yada yada yada. Well, let me tell you this. If soccer or whatever you hold to validate your existence disappeared right now, died off, would you be dead? No. You're still alive, my friend. Nothing about you and yourself changes. Sure, a part of you may be lost, but that doesn't mean you die. It's not like I said, what if humanity dies? Because then, yeah, you would die. No shit. But it's not a part of you. It doesn't define you. And for example, I drum. If drumming disappeared, I'd be very sad. I wouldn't be able to drum anymore, like literal existence of drumming. But guess what? With my musical hunger, I would go to guitar. And I would find beauty in guitar. I would learn piano, maybe. I would keep singing and embrace those beauties. The end of something doesn't mean the end for you. Not always. 99% of it. 99% of the times. So don't search for validation in other things. Don't go 100% into it, because then it becomes a toxic relationship where it's a very anxious one, where you hurt yourself and you treat yourself as nothing because you don't see yourself as a validation for your own existence. You see that other thing as it. It's not healthy. And going back to those small victories. For example, I go to the gym. I am very strong. I do must say. I don't know why I've been Russian, but I don't care. It's natism. Before, I'm strong now. But I used to have crazy regimens when I was insecure and hated myself for being skinny. I used to have... My regimen was lower body, upper body every other day except for one rest day. And I would have 4 hours each day. It was insane. Like, to the point where my friends would join in for a day and they couldn't even make it through the first few exercises. I would have like 20 plus exercises in that day. It was, oh my gosh. And even that itself, pat myself on the back, even if it was for the wrong reasons. I basically, as a person going through high school and trying to get into fucking colleges, which is stressful, I worked that regimen into my life, something that I don't even think a lot of bodybuilders do, because of course it's overworking yourself. But that outcome of pushing myself so hard, that's something I have to pat myself on the back for, because it's crazy. But now, going back to my regimen now, I wanted to be able to do 100 push-ups at one time, one rep, or one set, sorry. And I thought, and at the beginning I would try, and it would be hard. It would be like, God damn, I already worked myself to death, like, each day with, like, these exercises. I'm tired, I want to leave. But I just kept at it, and before I was able to do 50, like, max in one, and that's still a lot. Pat myself on the back. But anyways, so kept going through it and just kept doing it every day, except for rest day, of course. It became great, and now I can do 50 pretty, like, I'll still be tired by the end of it, but I could do it, like, a lot easier than I would before. And I believe that I'll be able to do 100 soon. I'm not gonna lie. And it's something I will pat myself on the back for, because it was so easy to quit. So many times where I could have quit and just done my usual thing, but I pushed myself and gave that like extra oomph, even when I didn't want to do it. And now I'm doing it. And now it comes easy. That is a pat on the back. And also, on the political side, regarding my rent situation, Abdul al-Sayed won yesterday, my friends. That is fucking amazing. And yes, it was for 1 point. The margins were close, but it was against $70 million from APAC and other APAC subsidiaries. That has never happened before, my friend. Before, if you had the money, if you had the sponsors or whatnot, you would buy the ads, exposure and whatnot, and you would win. Easy peasy. And that's why we have so many. That's why we have so many shitty politicians. Oh my god, it's stressing me the fuck out. It's a couple kids running. Oh my. Ugh. But, anyways, yeah, before, candidates that had your back and didn't have the funding, they would lose. And Abdul al-Sayed, despite all of the no's and whatnot, said, nope, fuck it. I'm just going to go straight to the people and make this a grassroots movement. And he won the primary. It is historic, my friend. And it is beautiful because it is in California. It's so... Jesus Christ. In California, it is, we hadn't had a lot of victories for the so-called most blue state. Basically, our two governor leaders are a Latino bootlicker that loves ICE and fakes being a progressive, and a British dude that hasn't even lived here for 5 years that is a right-winger, and they gawk on that billionaire shit. Goddamn it, California, get it together, fuck's sake. But anyways, that is amazing. That is maybe in a completely different state. Doesn't apply to me, doesn't help me, but still a pat on the back. My DSA homies, they fucking killed it. And yes, and Abdul doesn't say it's DSA, but he has DSA backing, like, because he aligns with the values of DSA, at least mostly. And to my final stage of this video, no one deserves what I'm going through, this amount of stress. The threat of homelessness, victim of capitalism, career being threatened, victim of bitch-ass landlords that don't do their one fucking job and just take money from people. No one should go through this, and this is why I'm telling you to join DSA. Join DSA, because if you don't put in the work, just like if I don't put in the work to get out of my situation, this will always be the status quo. And your life will suck. You'll complain, but if you don't put any work into it, it will keep sucking. It will get worse. Because the billionaires are not stopping at this. Landlords are not stopping at this. They're going to keep wanting more and more of your money. And yeah, you got to fight for it. And there are DSA specific sections you could dedicate your time to. It doesn't have to be your whole life. It can just be whatever spare time you have, because I know we all have to have jobs. We have to live in the system that we are in. And even if we want to change it, we have to work from the machinations of the system. But yes, join DSA, my friends. And again, to end off the video, listen to your own advice. Now, that is the end of the video. That is the end of the video. And remember, free Palestine forever and always. The revolution starts in the mind. And again, Max Alvarado. Check out my long form content right here on this YouTube channel, and you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. But yes, anyways, have a good day, and if you're having a bad day, you got this. Push through. You'll look back and see, like, damn, yeah, that was a crazy time, but look where I am now. You got this. I believe in you.